I know, everybody. This is where the meeting is being held. There's Mr. Jack Moore's motorcycle. You're welcome.
You're much too kind.
I try to be. Not always possible.
Private meeting,
Is this-
not open to the public.
Okay. No big deal. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, they think it's all funny. Yep. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you. Yep, their little meetings, they switch up, change up. Wonder why he hasn't been hit on his motorcycle yet. Gee, I wonder. Yeah, that's the way it goes in Skagit County. No transparency. Lies, defamation, slander, murder over homestead certificates and heritage rights, which, Epschuler owned most of the river, Skagit. Part of the Cook family, all that stuff, Skagit Bill and Presentines and all that. And that's where all the Presentine properties come in, and the railroad properties that they figured out how to get for free. And this is how they're doing it, by demonizing, criminalizing innocent people. Because the only people that work up in the upper river are the PUD, City Light, PSE, PUD, Zipley, all the utilities, just all the utilities that's going on up there. And, all the water wars that have been going on for years, long before I bought the place. And, they just decide to keep things secret and demonize and criminalize you using the Skagit County sheriffs, Mount Vernon cops, State Patrol, because it's huge. It's a huge deal because of the mineral rights that are attached to my title that are patented, which is the highest form of title. This is what this has been about the whole time. It's an ongoing issue that I've been trying to get resolved legally through my elected officials. But they try to trespass me and jump on the bandwagon. Well, they've been on the bandwagon because they were part of it to begin with. The illegal segregations by the Johnsons, and then they let that slide, and then they this is how they're going to fix it, by screwing my lot over because it's got all the rights. And the assessor, Danny Hagan, recycling my evidence that I gave him of my first right for Department of Ecology, which is my Artesian Spring, which came up on my appeal for the Department of Equalization all by itself, and it was no algorithm. I'm not stupid. And, I pressed in up on the box, and up come this all by itself. Artesian Spring belongs to plot 44681, in parentheses, grandfathered, or, vested. And and I submitted it. I'm going to go ask for a copy of it right now. I'm going to go down to the Board of Equalization, see if I can get a copy of my original online appeal form. And I've got pictures of it. And because I'm not very good with computers, so there's no way I could, put that in there, or even would have thought about it at the time when it happened. And I don't know, when you do an appeal online, I don't think algorithms just come up. I mean, and I never put in that it belonged to me or anything. Artesian Spring belonged to blah, for grandfather. Never did that. Anyway, so this is how they roll in Skagit County. I'm about ready to read them because I was going to read out of the, to prove that the judges know all about it and have known about it, and have been falsely making wrongful orders against me, which is my own tax-paying dollars, paying these people's their income. Man, that's all from the taxpayers. We pay for, elected officials and all the other county workers. That's our taxes. That's my money. And they're trying to trespass me from all their buildings. And I was told by an attorney that no government agency will deal with me anymore, or will even talk to me, because that's discrimination. And because this judge dealing with Kelly Gillingham at Department of Ecology, who put a restraining order on me unlawfully, committing perjury, the judge asked her if I had any avenues to get my situation resolved. And she said, yes. No, I don't. Absolutely not. I've called, they said specifically I was supposed to call Casey Cycler. I specifically called her. She will not answer any of my phone calls to try to get this resolved. That's what John Rose did 5 water reviews under Bert Hoff's name, who was a previous owner who didn't even own it at the time that he did the water reviews under Bert Hoff's name. It was under Douglas McIntosh, who only owned it for 2 years, almost 2 years, before I bought it. And, Mr. Belfield is the one who showed me the spring, who went to the Home Depot to get, the lines with me and everything, and gave me permission up his yard before I knew that I had rights to the easement and all that shit, because it was my yard. It was my driveway, was the easement. Anyway, then a property swap with the Fords in the Woods, doing title theft, title fraud, and with, Chicago Title, they're involved, because now they've tried to trespass. If I go back to their building, they're going to trespass me, and, because I was just asking questions, legal, lawful questions that involve my property, and I have title insurance, and they just won't help me. They're trying to trespass me just like the commissioners did from a public building. And it won't stop till my name is cleared. Bottom line, this is all made up shit. It's not even real. All the charges were dropped, all the previous charges, and now this Alexis Oles, who was defending this Miss Winters, Kalina Winters, who bought the Belfield's property behind me, who started it all. Now on her deed, they've added patents and patents and the United States and a treaty and Aboriginal rights onto Belfield's deal. And then they opened up the mine on lot 12 in the Upper Skagit in section 25, township 35, area 9 on lot 12. And is because of those mineral rights that are on my deed that they have stolen. unlawfully. Courts, lack of due process, and using the mail people to deliver my mail late. They just say, oh, that's Rockport, that's just the way it goes up there. Bullshit. I did a little test example, everybody. My mother from Texas sent my buddy Rick a little letter. It took 3 days to get there. My mom sent me a letter the same day. Took over a week, almost 2 weeks, to get to my place. And I've noticed that the mail lady said I had an agreement with her that she didn't have to deliver up my driveway. I never made that agreement. When? Where's that in writing? Where, when, where, and how? Bull crap. Lie. So, because, the mail service up there has been ran by, the family members and whatnot for years and years, and I don't know about it anymore, but, they've got a lot of pull up in those little towns up there, because they're, like the guy at the museum. I never said anything. He says, well, we're all kind of related. A bunch of inbred motherfuckers. Anyway, excuse me. No disrespect. But pun intended. Carrie Uckland, connected to Cinema Septic. Cinema Septic connected to Marble Mount Properties LLC. Steve Metzler, connected to Debbie Abel, to West Valley Realty, or Valley West Realty, one of the two, and in concrete. And to Lennox, Donald A. Lennox, who's, I believe, Swinomish. And this, I believe, the gal behind me, Kiana, I hopefully I said it right. Kiana Winters. Yeah, I believe she's Swinomish. And there's a bunch of people. If you go through the auditor recorded documents, people have a bunch of name changes. Her last name used to be Byrne. Anyway, name changes and doing these reconveyances, just like Tom Wenzel. Now, Tom Wenzel has the same wordage as what they put on Kalina Winters' deed when she bought it from Tim Belfield. And it was never on Belfield's, because I looked many times. And how coincidental is that? I mean, my God. And then on the police reports, they keep saying on their police notes, Vuxa, or Vuska or whatever. And I figured out what that was. That's violation of a Controlled Substance Act. When have I been busted for drugs? All I can remember was when I was 25 and there was some washer weed in the change pocket of my Levi shorts at the time, back in, 25, that was back in 90, whatever. And I learned my lesson. And I don't have any weed, don't have any drugs. But why would they put that on there when they don't even know me? And there's nowhere on my record of drug abuse or violence or anything. Been accused many times and won, or got it, because I didn't. My brother, girlfriend's daughter, accused me one time. All dropped. Because just like this, fighting to the death till I prove my innocence. But, I'm not going to have this stuff following me around all my life. That ain't true. That's not even real. It's not even real. And $140,000 judgment by Thomas Verg, when he knows and he knew the situation, and that's why him and Lisa Janicki retired on the same date, December 30th, 2025, because they're going to get caught up in their scheme, because it came up all by itself, just like the Board of Equalization. Lisa Janicki, working with DOE, Department of Ecology, and denies it. And then I requested phone records from her back and forth from Department of Ecology, and they refused to give them to me. All her emails and whatnot. So, they've denied many records requests, or gave them to me a day late after the hearing, or way too late. They've denied me discovery. There's Tom Seguin and David Day, attorneys that their office is right across the street from the Skagit Land Trust, right across the street from each other. And then across from that is the Urns or whatever funeral home, Ferns or whatever. They prey on the older generation, like my friend Clarence B. Jones up in Marble Mount. They're just waiting for him to kick the bucket so they can, Abel can take over that situation too. And this lady is just staring at me right next to me in the car. And I have no why, giving me shitty ass looks. So the whole town. The whole town of Mount Vernon, the whole town of Concrete, Rockport, Darrington, Burlington, Cedro. I can't drive anywhere without somebody mean mugging me, swerving off the road at me, slamming their brakes on in front of me. You name it. And the guy at the gravel pit. Oh, this guy in the white minivan just fucking stared me down. The lady just leaned back in her car to hide from something. Huh. Wow. How weird. So, crazy shit. Crazy. And, I've been trying to do it all legally, but they won't give me anything. They won't tell the truth. And I'm going to prove it. So there's the lady that was staring at me. She's getting out of the car. And she's staring at me and touching my car. How weird is that? How weird is that? Going into the health department. Burlington Community Service Officer. What is this? Looks like a cop. Community Service Officer, huh? Maybe they called him. Maybe. Anyway, this is the car the lady got out of. Sinatra CCW 1451. So, and that's just part of the story, everybody. So, like, hate, subscribe. Don't do what I do. This ain't legal advice. All that good stuff. Too late, Tony. Legal advice, all that disclaimer, all that good disclaimer, YouTube ain't responsible, blah, blah, blah. So, I'm going to head to the library, get on the computer, and dig up some more crap on him. And I want this shit to end. Cease and desist, State of Washington, Department of Ecology John Rose, Skagit County Sheriffs, Mount Vernon Police, Cedro Police, Health Department, Planning Department, Commissioners. Oh, and then there's a dude out there coming to check me out. Dude, right out here walking. Where'd he go? Right there. Straight up, came out around the corner and straight up just staring at me. Now he's on the phone. Or was. That's what they do, man. Stalking and surveilling. Straight up. I'm sure they called the little officer gal because of me. I'll have to check the incident reports. Hide behind the trees. Straight up.